Welcome, everybody, to another episode of No Balls, No Glory. I'm your man, the people's champ. Damn it, it look like I'm here by myself tonight. Man, I don't know where the hell everybody is. I know First Lady at doing a thing at church, but they got the people's champ by himself. But hey, the show got to go on, y'all. The show got to go on. Tonight is Thursday night, February the 1st. New month. Can't believe January is already in the books. January is in the books, y'all. We got January that's in the books. Ooh-wee. Now it's time for February. Before we know it, we're going to be March and April and stuff, man. That's what we do, man. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's what it is, man. March and April, man. And I'm like, oh, man, you got to be kidding me, man. Time will fly. When I say time flies big time, y'all. Time flies. And you got to love it, man. You got to love it, man. Man, my brothers and sisters from the crew, ain't no telling where they at today. Like I say, CC, the First Lady, is at choir rehearsal. I don't know what Dino's at. West 10 was on her. He had having technical difficulties. Jennifer, what's up? How you doing, Jen? Hey, we gonna chop it up when everybody decides they gonna show up for work. That's why I be ready to fire these bastards, Jen. They take their time, come to work. Hey, man, they need to cut that out. I'm gonna find some. I'm gonna replace them. I know my boy Drew Dog. Drew Dog got some things he got going on and stuff, man. My man Drew Dog be having things cracking and stuff, man. Man, this is an amazing night for No Balls, No Glory. Hit that thumbs up button for our viewers that's in here right now in the chat right now. Like, share, and subscribe. The Three Amigos, baby. Like, share, and subscribe, man. Like, share, and subscribe, man. I wish everybody nothing but the best today as we chop it up on sports, and more sports. I always send out my intros and everything. And we typically do intros when everybody decides they're going to show up for work. Now, when these jokers don't show up for work, we can't do our intros like we typically do, man. Because we're a crew full of intros, and we just chop it up like we do it, man. We talk about sports. We got a ton of sports. We got a ton of sports tonight, man, to chop it up on, man. Oh, man, I don't know where they at. But hey, I'm gonna do what I do by myself. Also, our show is sponsored by my boy, Eric Vales and Vales Brothers. Fish, chicken, and shrimp. If you're ever in the St. Louis area, you gotta stop by my boy Eric Vales and Vales Brothers, fish, chicken, and shrimp. Amazing ambiance, man. Great food. Oh, man, when I say great food, amazing food. They got the honey hot chicken. They got shrimp. Oh, man, they got the honey hot. You can put the honey hot on your catfish. Hey, man, Vales Brothers do it big, man. Shout out to my boy Eric Vales and Vales Brothers. Eric and Wilbur Vales, man. They the co-founders, co-owners of Vales Brothers. They some brothers, man. Wilbur and Eric Vales, man. Hey, I coach Eric's nephew. I coach Wilbur's son, man. Football when we was coming up, man. Coached him over here. Herbert Hoover Boys Club, man. That's what I coached him at, man. But I'm a Matthew Dickey kid at heart, but hey, it's about touching and impacting kids' lives. And that's what I'm all about. That's what the People's Champ all about. Impacting the lives of these youngins, man. Because if I impact their lives, we keep the guns out their hands, man. We don't have to worry about the guns or anything, man. So we keep them active, keep them motivated, keep them involved in sports. Like my mama always told us growing up, idle's mind is the devil's workshop. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we are getting these kids what they need getting them out there, letting them have fun in the process. And watch, I'm telling you, hey, that's what it's about. Now, uh, also my boy Darian Sanford, I got to shout out D Sanford, man. D Sanford, he kid that played for me. He is right now a finalist for coaching job with the first base coaching job with the Chicago Cubs. Darian, he grew up, he got drafted by the Kansas City Royals. He was in the Royals organization. He was working for the Royals the last year, stolen base coordinator. He was in their minor league system, helping out the young guys, man. He loved Kansas City. That's his heart, man. KC is his brother's heart, man. And I'm wishing him nothing but the best. I know he wants his first base coaching job because that's going to open up a lot of doors for him in the future. So I'm just pulling for him. Hey, you got our support here, D, off No Balls, No Glory, man. We support you 110%, man. Without a doubt. We support you, my brother. We support you. Also, man, weather condition, man. I'm telling y'all better be careful, man. This weather is tricky. This weather is tricky. This weather gets you in trouble, man. When I say this weather gets you in trouble, man, you find yourself coughing. You think it's all good, but man, it's out there. This tricky weather. The old people call it pneumonia weather. You got to watch out for it, man. You don't want to get sick. You don't want to get sick, man, because this weather will throw you for a curveball loop, man. It will throw you for a complete loop. So don't get sick. Don't get caught up in it because it feels so good outside. I know it feels good. Everything that feels good ain't always good for you, man. So just know that, man. Also, before we jump off, man, I got to share something, man. It was a saying that I wrote. I had to share it on my social media page. It's about a salary. We all got jobs. We work jobs. But one thing I want you guys to know about a salary, and I read this, and this was a powerful statement. A salary is a drug an employer gives you to forget your dreams. Let me say that again. A salary is a drug an employer gives you to forget your dreams. That's what a salary is. It's a drug an employer gives you to forget your dreams. Hey, man, my brother just popped in a gig. Game related in the building. Game, introduce yourself, brother.
What's up? What's up? I'm game related, everybody, and hold on. I'm gang related, aka the new people's champ. I had to get that clarified because I heard you still running around talking about you the people's champ. Nah, you lost that a couple ways a few weeks ago. But anyway, everybody grass on the field. Let's play ball.
Again, gang related, the imitation people's champ. I'm the people's champ, aka game related. Damn it.
Right. Nah, you can't get my name,
hey,
dog.
Game related.
You gotta beat me to get my name, dog. I beat you out your name, homie.
I've been beating you the last couple years, man. But hey.
Nah, what have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah.
Man, that's too funny, man. What's up with you, brother?
Man, I'm living life and loving it, baby. That's about it.
Hey, man. Hey, it's gonna be me and you. We gonna rip this up tonight, man. Like we always do in typical fashion, baby.
Hey, I got your back.
I would like in typical fashion, like we always do. I always tell people, man, hey, me and Gang, we can knock it out, man. We done did a lot together anyway. So hey, it is what it is. Right? Am I right?
Right, grass on the field. Let's play ball.
That's it, man. It's a great day for two, ain't it?
That part. Every day is.
Man, how was the weather down there where you was at, man?
Wasn't too bad today. I got out, washed the vehicle, cleaned it out. Got a lot of salt in there and scum, man. I need to clean my carpets. Got to figure out how to get all that out.
Yeah, but, man.
Other than that, the weather was extremely nice today.
Hey, here go D. He up here co-signing, tell him, hey, look at him. He up here tell him again, game. Give me 5 minutes. Get your ass out of here, man. See, he gonna make me cuss. Hey, he gonna make me go off on him, man. He want me to though, man. He gets a kick out of me going off on him, man. He like that stuff, man. He like that stuff, man.
You're a sore loser though.
Oh no, I win like a champion. I lose like a gentleman, man. You can't never say that about me.
Whatever.
You know, I win like a champion and lose like a gentleman, man.
Yeah.
Hey, and that's the thing, though, man. And they all still blowing the venom towards me. And you the winner. You the champion of the league. But you know what? You know what, brother? Hey, the greatest trick the devil made people do was think he doesn't exist.
So you trying to call me the devil? Nah, that's you. You got beat and you constantly trying to move the goalpost to make your shit go in.
Out of all this, it was everybody gets the people's champ. Now you win. Everybody still jumping on your side. I say, boy, that's the greatest trick in the world, boy. The devil made it don't exist.
You mad they love me and they don't like you. They'll love you like they do Kobe. Hey, they'll love you like they do Gang. You better go now. Hey,
man, you know how we was raised, man. We don't care if they like us or not.
Hey, you remember when that was Draymond Green said that to Paul Pierce. Hey, they'll love you like they do Kobe.
Oh, that hurt. Hey, they hit Paul Pierce in the gut, didn't it?
Hey, didn't it?
Oh, it hurt him, man, big time. Hey, man, we got Dinos that fell in the building with the Prince sign. What's up, Dinos in the building?
Man, sit your ass down.
Oh, boy. Just say, man.
What I tell you? What I tell you?
Hey, man, you got it. Hey, you rolling it out, baby. You ready now, ain't you? We got our soundboard ready. Oh, man. When people do dumb stuff, what we gonna tell them, D?
Man, sit your ass down.
Get your ass down, dummy. What's up, D? Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Dino's aka Beats by Thesaurus. We going holy hot ham on the beat this year. Stay tuned.
Oh man,
your boy making moves this year.
Hey man, when is Mr. Anonymous Nobody go come back and drop some venom for us, man?
Well, that's a good question. But I'll say that for another conversation. But stay tuned and follow Beats by Thesaurus coming with that heat this year.
Hey, 2024, year of fire, huh?
Yeah, game already done put some bars over some shit. I got some other shit in the cooker. So yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is, man. That's what
it is. I start fire. When I drop, I start fires.
Stop
See what I'm saying?
What does Smokey say?
Hey, when I drop, I start fires. I get them wheels turning and everybody that do it get the going.
You get the creative juices flowing, dog.
Hey, that's what I do. That's why they call me game related. If you got game shit, when I speak, when you gonna feel me, you know how it go.
Hey, I heard that, brother.
You know how it go. He that has eyes, let him see. And if you gotta hear, you know you can hear me.
He that have ears, let him hear.
Let him hear. Hey, if you can't hear it, you missed the ride. It wasn't for you. That's all I can say.
That's what it was, man.
Hey, that don't mean I don't love you. You hear me? That don't mean that. That just mean I'm on the wavelength you ain't on.
Let's say all the way up. Nothing gonna stop me. I'm all the way up.
I ain't turned it all the way up yet.
What'd you say? Hey, what'd you say? You 65%.
Right. You heard me?
You ain't that
whole that was only like 35% to be 100.
35.
I turn it all the way up, I'll make the ground shake. Trust me, I done
Like
did
King
that.
Kong shook it.
I done did that before, so I know not to do it no more. Trust me.
I was right there with you too, brother.
All right.
Say them numbers crooked. The ground shook up like King Kong shook it.
All right,
Oh,
you
man.
heard me? Motherfucker
Hey,
talk
man.
about, did you just do that? Yeah, and I'm not doing that no more. Hey,
We're
All
not
right.
doing it again.
I'm doing it again.
We're
Hell
not
nah.
doing it again. Hey, man. We
It's
got
a
some sports to
long,
talk
it's a
about
long run
tonight.
sheet. It's a long ass run sheet she put in there.
We ain't finna do all this shit. We ain't doing all this shit tonight. Not tonight. We gonna circle back.
In the home of the NHL Hall of Fame, Toronto, Canada.
Oh man.
So you know it's gonna be lit.
Up in Canada. Canada, I call it.
What did Drake call it? Views from the 6.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they gonna be kicking it up there, man. Up in Canada. No doubt about it, baby. They up there and they gonna have them good little time up there, man. They gonna be up there in Canada, man, chilling out. And then the NFL Pro Bowl. Now correct me if I'm wrong. The Pro Bowl is in Hawaii every year now, going forward.
Nah,
right?
it's in Florida this year.
It's in Florida.
Low rider.
Yeah.
Miami.
No, I want to say like
Jacksonville.
Orlando.
West 10 just fell in the
Okay.
gig. So that sound effect, meaning we just had somebody join.
I like that, D. West 10 in the building. West, introduce yourself to the people, man.
Man, y'all already know who it be, man. It's your boy, Mr. West Tennessee. And from Tennessee to the Lou, y'all damn sure know what to do. What's going on?
Oh, you got to give me the
sound
other
like
one
he
you
was-
gave me. You got to
It
give me the
sound
other
like
one
he
you
was
gave me the other
crying.
night.
You was still crying. You was still crying from that shellacking y'all took Sunday.
Waiting on this.
Yeah.
Hey,
Come sit on over here next to Dak
Yeah.
Prescott.
We
Come on over
can
here
tell. We
sit
can
down
tell you
next to
missed.
me. Hey, I
We
got
can
some
tell
news
you
for
was.
dog.
We can tell you was not present Tuesday.
hey, Wes, give him your other saying, man, like Drew did, man. You don't even remember what you said, do you?
He don't want to do
like
it.
Drew did.
Hey, man, what you say on the intro?
Win, lose, or tie. Win, lose, or tie, man. It's flock till I die, man.
That's
Fuck
what
you
I'm
talking
talking
about.
about. Tell it, man. You know what you talking about. Win, lose, or die. Flock game till we die, baby.
Hey, I'm gonna be drunk as
Hey.
hell fucking with that flock game. You know that was double or nothing on that game Sunday, right?
Oh, man.
That's a fifth of Henny, baby. Yeah.
Oh, man, you got the big one.
I'm gonna drink it with you, though. I'm gonna drink it with you.
I don't drink, but I'm gonna indulge in some of that fifth too, man.
Yes, you should. And the rest of Flock Nation.
Yeah.
Well, you cold-blooded, D.
Yeah.
Who
Nothing
gave
can stop me.
They created a monster.
Who gave this Negro the button, boy?
Well, I'm pressing all buttons. Talk shit if you want to.
But let's talk about this Pro Bowl, man. Flag football, man. What y'all think about this Pro Bowl flag football, man?
That right there.
And old helmet head
man.
quarterback.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna say something.
What the hell? Well, okay. Ain't the game like Sunday? But they gonna have shit on every day until the end or something. So they trying to have like a.
Didn't they have a dodgeball competition? Didn't they have a dodgeball competition last year?
Yeah, more nonsense. I'm gonna share something with y'all.
I'm gonna share something with Sunday. The game next Sunday.
Yeah, so they gotta fill up a whole week.
D knows with you. You want everything competitive. They compete all year. These guys don't get to kick it like this ever.
It's called the off season.
So it's like.
So the Pro Bowl
season. Yeah. Don't kick it when I'm watching.
But they don't do it with each other though.
Right.
They might not see a lot of these players to they on the schedule next year. Or some shit. You feel me? So
Why do I?
that shit
Why
cool.
should me?
I've
Why?
been
Go
Man,
ahead. Go
what?
ahead. Go ahead, Wes. I ain't mean to
What
cut
you
you off.
got
I'm
to
sorry.
say, gang? I know you got a
I,
lot to say. No, you good.
no, I
I
was
know
just
you got a
saying,
lot
as
to
a
say,
fan,
man.
I ain't trying to cut you off, but because I want you to answer this, as because I
Yeah.
like where you're going with that. As a fan, though, why should I care about them not kicking at each other on my time? Because when you doing the season, that's my time. I'm paying for that.
right.
That's my point.
But
So
the Pro Bowl is the last game before the Super Bowl, and none of these motherfuckers is in the Super Bowl. So
Right.
it's like
Mhm.
this is the end of their season.
man,
But
Well, yes
this
and
is
This
no.
the
the end of
game
the
where I'm
season for all
supposed to
these
get to see.
motherfuckers.
Right, but this the game where I'm supposed to get to see the best of the best go at it.
yeah.
Where it's supposed to be better than the Super Bowl.
But it's not because of
It
the
never
injury.
has
It's the injury factor,
been though.
and I'll take that a step further. And I think out of everybody in this group, I'm probably the most the one that's mostly into conspiracy theories and shit like that. I feel like I ain't gonna say feels ain't strong enough a word. I think they're conditioning us for flag football.
To
Not
take
the
the hits
NFL.
away
Do you want me
altogether.
to I can go into it, but I don't want to take up too much time. But I honestly think that they're preparing us
Hell
for
no.
flag football. If you
Yeah,
sit back
they finna start a
and think
women's
about it,
league.
they've been pushing this whole flag football initiative for the last couple of years. They've been changing all the rules to eliminate contact. You know, you breathe on the quarterback, now it's a flag. They're asking people to do things and tackle players that are it's physically impossible to hit somebody and not make any contact with the head when you got a big ass helmet that you can't move out of the way because of your shoulder pads. So anybody that's ever played football understands you can only move your head so much with the damn shoulder pads and the helmet on.
That's it,
So
with the
it's
motion.
straight science. So I'm just like, what are we doing here? And I'm saying
So
that
let
my
me
conclusion is
But
they're preparing us for flag football. That's what football is going to turn into
they
on this
preparing
current
us for women
trajectory.
football.
let
Right.
me
And guess what? At that point, then you can integrate men and
You
women.
can integrate. You can integrate.
now.
Yeah.
I
Man,
can't.
look,
I
hopefully
can
I
say I
won't
like the
live to see
certain.
all that
I'm just a
shit.
messenger.
Hey
I
man,
ain't worried about it.
I like the certain things that they do. Hey, like if the NFL adopted some of the stuff to really, if they want to make it more entertaining, I like some of the stuff the XFL doing. Instead of the 2-point conversion, they got a 3-point conversion. Am I right?
Yeah, they have a 3, 2, and 1. They have a lot of good rules. Like they don't
I
waste
love
20
it.
minutes on one replay. They got somebody looking at every play, make the call, get it right. It takes 30 seconds. They move on.
I love it. And the kickoffs, man. The kickoffs, man. Hey,
Yeah, the kickoffs are nice too, but
it's a little bit more challenging, I think, in the XFL with the kickoffs, man.
now I don't want to go into that on this show, but I'm going to send y'all something after the show, and then you just watch it and tell me what you think. Because
Okay.
I've changed, like my whole view on the NFL as a whole is completely changed.
Wow.
And I tell you,
Wow.
most of it is back what we talked about on Tuesday, the gambling. And specifically, not just gambling on money line or over unders, specifically
On the props,
in game bets.
in-game prop bets. Yep.
In game bets.
Well,
So I'll put a pin in it right there because we got other shit to talk about, but chew on that for a while.
You talking about Guido?
You talking about somebody that live and
crime.
breathe football. That's my jam.
I know what you talking about. You talking about the organized groups that I know what you're talking about.
I'll say this cryptically. If you're smart, you'll follow along. Anybody on here like wrestling?
Love it.
mm-hmm.
Remember how you felt the day you found out that they were acting? How did you feel?
You didn't feel too good. You didn't feel too good. You
I'll just
oh,
leave
man.
that. I'll just leave that there.
All right, man. Pro
For me,
Bowl,
it's
like I
just like,
said,
how do you not know that though?
Well,
I've known that forever.
it's
You only get to be a professional athlete if you're a hell of an actor.
Look,
you got to play along, and
You
and
gotta
the
be a
thing
hell of
it's
a
is,
what you
actor, man.
start. It's how early you start watching this shit. I swear. If y'all go back in the 70s and 80s when wrestling started, it was not, it was real. People have died like
yeah,
for real behind this shit.
People
Now,
have
I ain't gonna
died playing
say
football.
now.
yeah,
I mean, everything is diluted. You feel me? Yeah,
because
people die playing
yeah.
football, but I'm saying,
that once that came into the picture,
but
it
no,
taints everything.
but
It does take away from it. I
It-
It
think.
does.
it
And
wasn't
now it's
Owen
like
Hart.
I'm just kind of like I'm just a fantasy guy now. Like at one point I was a diehard football fan. Now I just feel like I'm just a fantasy guy because that's what they're serving up.
And you got people that's go actually look at some of this Pro Bowl stuff, and it's very good that you put the poll in there, D, in the chat, because you got people that sit up just looking up,
in the
man.
locker room, you ass so bad, he came in there and stabbed your ass, killed you, cause you really whooped his ass.
What?
Game,
Wes
you all
Saint.
right? I mean, Wes, you
Wes,
all right over there, bro?
Talk- Hey, what?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, wait.
Look, I got a
Hey.
relative over here,
Hey,
and
you
we
better
talking
not.
about some
Hey,
shit.
hey,
My bad. I was distracted.
Hey, man, put it on mute. Hey, man, we not going. Hey, we don't want this show subpoenaed.
This is not that show.
We do not want this show subpoenaed. Hey, we need the tapes of No Balls, No Glory for
Yeah,
February
we gonna need
1st.
all your passwords. We gonna need all your clips of Sleepy Joe.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was finna say. He gonna talk about all that shit, and he be on the goddamn president. What's wrong with this goddamn?
Hey,
He
man.
crazy.
Hey, man, they got the passing competition, the punt competition, the dodgeball. Now, we all in our 40s, man, and above, man. We never in a million years thought the NFL Pro Bowl weekend would have a dodgeball. Hey, man, if I want to see somebody playing dodgeball, I go watch. I let my kids play dodgeball. I let my nieces
I will
and
watch the
nephews.
professionals.
Yes. Hey, man. Hey, they got professional dodgeball leagues out here. Yes, I'll watch the pros. I don't want to.
Cup stacking. Cue it up.
Man,
Hacky sack. Cup stacking.
I'd rather watch the cornhole championship than NFL players doing dodgeball. Because cornhole requires a lot of skills, man. Hand-eye coordination, everything, man.
It's basically bowling with a beanbag. Once you get the slot and you got the, you know what I'm saying, the tempo, you can drop them in that hole without even thinking about it.
I call BSD. You full of shit.
Look, you talk to somebody that almost threw a 300 game. I'm telling you, that's what it is.
So you saying you can dominate on cornhole?
Pause. But I mean, if I practiced it, I'm telling you, because it's one of those fine motor skills. And once you find the tempo in the slot, when how fast to go, when to release it, and how much loft to put on it.
Pause. When you say when to release it. When to release it.
Release.
Release.
But yeah,
Lions.
Man, it's so bad now, man. Like I would rather watch the lingerie league than see NFL players playing fucking dodgeball.
Shout out,
man. You heard?
Shout out,
like just put that shit on for 7 days and we good.
Shout out to Chris Storian in the lingerie league and stuff, man. I know Chris Storian would definitely be a judge in the lingerie. We know Chris Storian would definitely be a judge in our lingerie league and everything.
Judge, juror, and executioner.
And you are serious when you said the execution.
The execution part is the best part.
Right.
Hey man, let's go and pivot into our NCAA, man. Hey, you got some big games that's coming up this weekend, man. You got number 4, the Houston Cougars go to Rock Chalk Jayhawk land to play number 8 Kansas. Hey man, Kansas and Bill Self, man. Hey, but Houston looking good though, dog. I can't lie. Houston is looking good, man. But they got to go to Kansas, man, this Saturday, man. It's a whole different. If you ain't never been to Fog Allen Fieldhouse, man, that is an experience you will not forget. Because, man, it seemed like that whole building starts shaking. And they grabbing each other by the arms and just swaying back and forth. Rock, chalk, Jayhawk, KU. Oh my God, man. They do that at least 10 times a game, man. And don't let them go on no 10-0 run. Oh man, they rock chalk Jayhawking all day, man.
He say rock chalk
Jayhawking all day.
Rock Jayhawking all day, man. Then we got the next matchup, number 5, Tennessee. Got to scoot on down to Kentucky. They got to scoot on down to Rupp Arena for the Kentucky Kentucky Blue.
Yeah, man, they lost to Georgia Tech at home by 2, man. Actually, UNC and Tennessee lost yesterday.
Yeah,
close. Both of them were close games too.
It was, man. But I think Tennessee and Kentucky gonna be a pretty solid game, man.
Yeah, Tennessee, this is the year, man. They need to go ahead and break through, at least get to the Final Four this year. They got the team to do it.
Tennessee.
They got the team to do it.
Man, they bet.
Hey, man. And
What you say,
then
Wes?
Come out bullshit. That's all I gotta say. They better not come out bullshit, man. Cause them young niggas at Kentucky, I'm telling you,
hey,
They
man,
running.
them boy hooping, man.
they ain't gonna play, man. They'll put them out their misery
And I
quick.
like Tennessee.
Hey, man. And
I
then
like Tennessee basketball.
this is what I wanted to ask you, D. And I wish you would have put it in the poll. But
In the poll?
yes,
I mean, we could do a second. We could do a second-hour poll. I'll leave this poll up to 8 o'clock.
Okay. Then the nightcap, the game of all games, the number 7 Puke Blue Devils
Fluke Who Devils
versus the North Carolina Tar Heels. The Heels coming off a
It was that
heartbreaking,
sucked.
heartbreaking loss, man. The other night, man. I'm like, man, what's his name? Baycott? Man, this dude, man. I be trying to figure this cat out, man. Orlando Bangkok, man. Oh, this dude, man. Oh, this dude kills me, man. He is so inconsistent, man. And ain't no way in hell we should have dropped to Georgia Tech, man. 74-73, man. We ain't no way, man.
What that get it out now before the league tournament.
Man.
Just get it out now.
Get all your bad games out and everything, man. But that's the big game of the weekend. I mean, of the week. Bangkok. This supposed to be he's supposed to be a first round draft choice. 9 points, 9 rebounds. Come on, dog.
It happens.
Hey, man.
You just don't want that to happen in the tournament. So, like I said, if it's gonna happen, let it happen now.
But Georgia Tech is 10-11 and 3-7 in the conference.
I understand that. It's conference play. Those games happen.
But these are conference play games on the road.
They happen.
They was down in Georgia, man. They was down at Georgia Tech, man. And 1 point, heartbreaking loss, man. But they got the Duke Blue Devils coming in there Saturday, man. That's big, man. But my question to you guys, besides Duke and North Carolina, man, what do you guys think is the biggest college basketball rival? besides Duke and North
It's
Carolina?
Duke, North Carolina.
Right.
But I say besides Duke and North Carolina, what would you say is the second biggest college basketball rival?
Second.
Yes. Gonna make you think now.
Right.
It might be Tennessee, Kentucky.
You think so?
Those two basketball states.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
Mizzou in Illinois.
That's a
Or
good
Mizzou,
one.
Kansas.
That's a good one
Yeah.
too. That's a good one, gang. That's a good one, Dino. What about you, Wes? What you think the biggest rival outside of Duke and North Carolina?
I say Tennessee and Kentucky. Yeah.
Who was
Tennessee
that?
and
That shit?
Kentucky.
Hatfield and McCoys.
Tennessee and Kentucky.
Who is that?
Well,
What's the name in the Big East? Is it Seton Hall and Georgetown?
Oh, you talking about Syracuse and probably St. John.
Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna say
Georgetown
Georgetown and
and
Syracuse, man.
Villanova.
No, that was just the national champ. But Georgetown and Syracuse, I'm talking about
There.
the days when they had Billy Owens, Derek Coleman, Othello Harrington. I mean, the Georgetown and
Othello
Georgetown
Othello.
and Georgetown and Syracuse was definitely a big time rival. But what about this one though, man? I don't know if you guys agree with me. What about Illinois and Michigan? Or no, not Illinois. I'll take it back. What about Indiana and Michigan?
Big Ten. But then you can say Purdue, Indiana, in-state rival.
Yeah, you can. We talk about classic matchups. Now you think about it. Indiana was coached by Robert Montgomery Knight. Rest in peace to the general, man, Bob Knight. And them in Michigan used to have classic battles. If you ever follow Big Ten basketball, Indiana and Michigan
You gotta go Michigan, Michigan State.
No, Indiana and Michigan was a top rival after Duke and North Carolina for years.
But you don't think Michigan and Michigan State had wars with Izzo and Fisher?
They're in-state right. That's a real rival right
That's
there.
a real rivalry.
Hey, because I think that rivalry might be number 2 next to Duke.
The Michigan State.
Because they really divide on the players that come out of Michigan.
But if we go in there, we can say Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. We talk about Oklahoma.
They
Yeah.
didn't.
Nah,
No, they
carry
don't
the same
win.
weight
Those
as Michigan.
neither
No,
one
that's
of
not
those
the
teams
same.
win. That's not the same. Michigan Michigan State win like championships.
I'm looking at like the longevity and the history of college
Oklahoma ain't
basketball.
won since Mookie Blaylock.
But still, I'm looking at the longevity of a history. We talk about rivals now. We're not talking about championship.
Oklahoma is more of a rival with Texas
Yeah,
than it is
Oklahoma
Oklahoma State.
State.
Yeah, football wise.
Yeah.
We're talking about basketball.
But basketball too.
College basketball. You
Basketball
guys forgot
too.
Oklahoma State had Big Country Nim and all them teams.
But that's not who they rival with.
Sutton.
Country, goddamn.
They rival with upstate Texas for the recruits. The rivalry mean who getting these recruits.
But y'all got to think. We
That's
talking about
what make them
basketball, not
rivals.
football.
But hey, it's the same scenario across the board. That just about every team that are rivals in football or rivals in basketball.
They just hate each other. Who's Notre Dame rival? Since you're a Notre Dame fan, Fat Vegan.
What sport? Tell me what
basketball.
Sport. Notre Dame's rival in basketball.
We know football is Michigan.
It would probably be Indiana. Indiana would probably be a rival for Notre Dame, or
since they're like 2 hours apart.
Yeah. Not yep. You ain't lying. Or if we go in conference wise, because now you got to think Notre Dame is independent in football, and they're in the ACC in basketball. So if I say Notre Dame had a rival in basketball, damn, because they changed the ACC up so much, man. Hey, the same.
It's gonna be the no CC in a minute.
Yes, man. They changed these conferences. People be drop. They add and drop people in conferences like crazy, man.
Right.
I couldn't say, man. I couldn't say who was a basketball I would say if anybody, like I say, Indiana and Notre Dame, or Notre Dame and Purdue. From a basketball
I don't think
standpoint.
all teams have a rival, especially in college basketball, because some never really get broadcasted as being this is a rivalry game.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike in college football, they have rivalry week.
Yeah. So
you understand what I'm saying?
So if I was to pick, okay, if I go out to Pauley Pavilion, UCLA, who will we say that their basketball rival is?
UCLA gonna rival with Stanford.
No, I say USC.
No, you want me to tell you who I say?
I mean, yeah, USC. That's what I'm thinking about. UCLA and USC.
I thought Arizona would be Arizona State.
Yeah.
Hey, when it comes to the Pac-10 basketball, Arizona and UCLA. Because you sit back and think about those Arizona teams with Miles Simon and Bibby now, and UCLA with what's my boy name? God, what's the dude name with Byron? What's his name? Byron Ugly. What's Byron name? Byron. He could jump out the gym. I want to say Leftwich, but I know his name ain't no Leftwich. Byron.
You just call him Byron Little Ugly.
Yeah, he's ugly, man.
He didn't go to UCLA though. He went to Kansas.
He played with Russ out there. Byron, what's the name? He played at UCLA with Russ.
You talking about? Oh, we must not be talking about the same Byron that made point guard in the league.
What's his
name?
Say
play with the Hornets. Play with play with the Hornets. Play with
no idea who you're talking about.
Byron.
He blew his fucking knee as a freshman doing dunk on the dunk.
Only Byron I know is Leftwich, and that's football.
Man, no, Byron.
And if you talk about him, he went to Kansas.
I know Byron Scott. Byron.
Byron Scott.
What Byron y'all talking about?
At least I think he went to Kansas, or was it Kansas they was playing when he blew his knee?
Yeah, what's his name though, man? Can somebody in the chat help me out? What's his name? Byron. Tag man. It's killing me. I can
tell you the teams he played for in the league. He played with the Charlotte Hornets when were they in New Orleans then? Were they the New Orleans Hornets? Or were they they were the original Charlotte Hornets. Because remember they moved and then they were brought back. That's the original Charlotte Hornet team he played with. He also played with the Golden State Warriors with Steven Jackson in them.
Baron Davis. That's who I was thinking about.
That's why we couldn't figure it out. Goofball.
I don't know why I was calling him Baron Davis, man. Baron Davis.
We sitting here looking for a Byron that don't even exist.
So you got guys like Russell Westbrook, Jordan Farmar, Baron Davis. I mean, hey, UCLA, Drew Holiday was with UCLA. He was on that team with who was Drew on that team? Was he on that team with Russell? Drew Holiday and Earl Watson was on the same UCLA team and stuff, man. The O'Bannon boys. I mean, hey, UCLA and Arizona was a big time matchup, man. But I don't, like we say, it doesn't compare to the Duke and Carolina. And I love rivals when it comes to sports and everything, man, because it don't matter how you're going, how your season's going. Those rivals. Right. I remember Carolina was the number one team in the country. And Duke wasn't even ranked. We go into man, we went right into what's Duke Stadium? What is I'm drawing damn blanks tonight, man. We went into
your brain is shot.
I know, man. Boom. We went into damn D. You remember Duke Stadium? Cameron Indoor Stadium.
Cameron Indoor.
You know I don't
Yeah.
fool with the flukies. I don't
Hey
even
man, but
try
I'm
to
just
remember
saying,
that rinky
was
dink ass high school gym. But I
we
know
was the-
Coach Corey gonna come in here and try to correct me.
we was the number one team in the nation, man. We go in there to Duke. They ain't even ranked. We went into Cameron, man, and we ended up getting upset, man. We number one in the country, man. We end up getting upset, man. I'm talking about the year. You remember the year when we had Stackhouse and Wallace?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite teams.
That was the year that you remember that year when we went into Cameron and they beat us by like 3, beat us by 2.
That was a good damn team too.
That was a great. But then we turned around and played them the last game of the season in Chapel Hill, and we beat them by 30. We blew them out.
Now they be getting calls in Cameron.
Oh man, hey,
Coach K was getting all them calls.
Man. You can't help but getting calls when the players putting their hands up like this and they right over your head and stuff.
I can't stand that damn Cameron Indoor.
That part.
Hey man, but we got, like I said, it's a big weekend of college basketball, man. We're gonna segue on to our NBA. KD returns to Brooklyn, man. And Dame returns to Portland, man.
Oh,
Well,
you know what else?
What's that?
Because you remember our little wager.
What's that?
See how you feel? See?
You talking about
brain shot, man. Like
you talking about Doc Rivers and them having a
Doc's 0-2
record and stuff. That's just 2 games.
Hey, that's 2 more games to not being 30-13 at the end of the season.
They still getting their feet up underneath them, man. I ain't worried about Doc.
Doc ain't won a game
guys,
yet,
man.
Here it comes.
Doc gonna be all right with them guys, man. Trust me, dog.
Okay.
But KD going back to Brooklyn, man. Man, that's gonna be an interesting one, man. Dame going back to Portland. Who's gonna get booed the most, Dame or KD?
I think Dame will get booed the most.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. It won't even be close. KD didn't spend enough time in Brooklyn. Dame was there his whole career. He was the trailblazer.
Ain't there's more or less chance of him getting booed. He was there. Damn, all his career.
But you gotta look at how he left.
I mean, he gave them everything. They didn't bring him shit.
This is true. Not denying that, but you gotta look at how he left. You gotta look at how he left.
Ever since
fuck all that, man. It's just like being with a woman, man. Look, man, y'all be together, goddamn, all them years. Look, it don't matter what you left, what you get. Look, goddamn, it's over. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, shit, real talk.
You make a good point, dog.
I don't think he gonna get booed. I don't think he gonna get booed. Like,
you don't think he'll get booed at all?
They shouldn't. I mean, like,
not worse than Cub.
They ain't give him
that
no
man
help.
Spent his whole career. What more they want from him? What DMX say? What them bitches want from a nigga? Like what they want from him?
Hey, they see that. They seen that man as he done grew up in Portland. He came to Portland, a 19-year-old junior out of Weber State. 3rd overall pick out of Weber State.
Right.
I understand that, but you gotta understand, NBA fans booed the widow of Jerry Reinsdorf.
They some dicks for that, man. They some ass.
That's different. Dame wanted to stay. The team didn't want to build. They'll boo the ownership behind him before they boo Dame.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I didn't have all the context.
Just like let the ownership when they move forward. Oh, the fans gonna boo them, just like in Chicago. You don't break that team up. That's why you got booed. You didn't let nobody beat them. You want a sympathy vote right there. No, you're not getting it.
And see, that's the thing though. Now Portland say, okay, we trade Dame, we get picks. I guess they plan on building their team around Anthony Simmons, man. That's who I think they plan on building their team around. because that's they supposed to be Dame 2.0.
Yeah, well, Portland is one of those teams that you know how it's teams out there that don't want to really win it. They just there for the money.
Uh-huh.
Just like
Yeah.
you have people in your
90% of the
workforce that
NBA.
it's just there for the money.
Because if you sit back and think, that Portland team, hey, if you go back to when they had McCollum and Dame and that group, man, that was a pretty solid little Portland team, man. They just needed to bring pieces around the boys, man. McCollum and Dame, hey, man, they needed to bring pieces around them guys, man.
When you look at their franchise, when I look at their franchise since I've been watching basketball, I only done witnessed them make one bad pick. And that was when they took my
Sam
man.
Bowie.
I witnessed them make two bad picks. But one pick wasn't a bad pick. He was just Greg Oden was just his body gave out on him. That was a good pick, but his body gave out on him. You know what I mean? But when you didn't pick MJ, that's the only time I saw y'all or their organization really make a bad pick.
Hey, and that has haunted the city of Portland for years. That's just like the curse of the Bambino, man. That has cursed Portland for years, man. You pick Sam Bowie over, and I would say it would have hurt Detroit because the year LeBron came out, Cleveland had one, Detroit had two. They picked Darko Milicic over Carmelo Anthony.
Right.
I don't get that one. But Detroit ended up winning the championship with Rip.
It's because who was already on Detroit team. Yeah. They didn't need him. Same thing. It's the same thing with Portland and MJ. It ain't like
they had Drexler.
Like they didn't have a dog at the number 2.
They had Drexler. You can't have 2 twos. And Drexler clearly couldn't play 4. He couldn't play 3, and he wasn't gonna play 1.
But let me ask you this. If Detroit would have drafted Melo with that second pick, would they have stopped the Bulls? Would they have stopped the LeBron's Cleveland team? Or would they, better yet, step further, would they have stopped that Miami team?
No, I don't think nobody was beating Miami that year. You talking about that first run with Wade and Shaq?
We talk. I'm talking about that with Wade and LeBron.
You talking about T-Rex?
Yeah, with that Detroit team with Rip, Chauncey Billups, Melo, Ben Wallace, and Rasheed Wallace. Would that team have beat that Miami Heat team? Where's 10? Where's 10? Tell me what you think, dog. That's a very hey, we said if Melo. Okay, run it with me, Wes. If the Pistons would have drafted Carmelo Anthony instead of Darko Milicic with the number 2, would that Detroit Piston team have stopped the Miami Heat from winning some of them championships? Now listen to me. That Detroit team would have had Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton in the backcourt, Carmelo, Ben Wallace, and Rasheed Wallace in the front court. Tayshaun Prince would have been coming off the bench. Do you think that team could have stopped or beat that Miami team?
I say yes. And the reason being,
I think it had a very good damn chance.
You got to remember, they were the team being chased at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't the Detroit wouldn't have been chasing them. They would have been chasing Detroit. So the game would have been played on a Detroit style game. And the answer yes to that.
Yeah. That was you
got to remember, them sons of bitches damn near won back to back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I think that's what stopped Detroit. They could have ran off a few championships if they would have just drafted Melo.
They needed a scorer.
They needed a scorer, yes.
Yeah.
They needed somebody they needed a dominant scorer. You had Chauncey Billups that would have gotten the ball. That was going to be the floor general and facilitator. You had Rip Hamilton that did his thing behind the arc. Then you had Rasheed and Ben Wallace. on the
Man.
glass. Hey man, shit. That damn
Yeah.
Piston team. They would have drafted Melo. They would have gave the Heat some problems. I promise you that.
Well,
Hey man,
yeah.
hey man.
They might not have put that Heat team together like that.
Oh, they would have probably went out and got a big four. Then I think, dog.
Exactly. You got to look at it like
instead
that.
of a big three, they was gonna have to go out and get one more gun, one more hard gun,
man. Because now you gotta play against two forwards. So
yes.
now you know what I mean. That moves LeBron off of the point. You got to come down in the paint and play now.
Yes. You
understand what I'm saying? That's a whole different dynamic that play now.
Hey, the whole dynamic change, gang. Hey, you ain't lying, gang.
It changes.
The whole dynamic change, dog. I promise you, it do, dog. That whole dynamic changed a lot, man. Hey, man.
It's just like when the NBA blocked that trade for Chris Paul to the Lakers. If Chris Paul go to the Lakers, that changed the dynamic of the league.
Oh my God. If they would have blocked that,
they would have actually had a damn point guard.
Yeah. And you know what?
But then it changes it so much because that trade would have made Kobe expendable because of the money that would have been freed up under the Lakers cap. Hey, so man, now will we be looking at Kobe Bryant that stayed in the Lakers uniform 20 years?
That's a good point. I think David Stern was a douchebag, man. And the reason why I called David Stern, rest his soul, man, he was a damn douchebag.
Damn, BP.
Hey, man, because he in the NBA office antagonized the Lakers, man. And the reason why I say they antagonized the Lakers, they vetoed that trade with Chris Paul going to the Lakers, but then they turn around and send him right down the hall in the same building to the Clippers. That's they antagonize him instead of, hey man, that's just like, hey man, you and your gal break up, but then you see her come in with a cat you went to school with, that y'all wasn't boys, but y'all was cool. Hey man, come on, they antagonized the Lakers. I blame David Stern for that.
That was by design. What did I just say earlier about the NFL? CC already posted something about people saying that the NBA scripted. That was on purpose. That was on purpose to have a specific outcome. Him going to the Lakers would have screwed up everything. So they shot it down.
Yeah. It's like I say, have you ever heard Gilbert Arenas explain it?
Yeah.
He has a segment where he explains it because he was in on it and it became a money issue. And it would have gave the Lakers way too much money on the back end of that trade. You know what I mean? And actually the guru down there in Dallas, the owner of the Mavericks, he the one that figured out what the Lakers was doing and initiated the block.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like Mark Cuban. If you'd have shut the fuck up, might have been able to get Kobe from under him.
Man.
And put him and Dirk together. But you wanted to open your mouth and say something.
Put him and Dirk, and you forgot Jason Kidd was the point guard. Then Jason Terry
Jason
Terry coming off the bench as the sixth man. Yeah. Come on, dog. Hey,
if I see somebody putting something together and I know some crumbs gonna fall off that plate, I ain't finna say shit. Because soon as they hit the ground, I'm gonna be the first one on it.
Man, in a heartbeat, man.
Man.
Hey, man, we got our poll results in, man. Should All-Star games be eliminated? 55% said yes. 44% said no. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Get him out of here.
That's huge, man.
Get him out.
That is huge. Hey, man, Anthony Davis was fined for ripping the referee. And I'm going to share with y'all what this... I'm just going to I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let y'all hear.
This play.
7 points, but contributions all around. A team effort
Fair use.
in this one. It certainly was.
And tonight it was the battle amongst the best in the West. You guys take sole position of #1 in the West. How did you get it done in this environment?
I don't know. And I'm going to take the fine because the refs did not give us no calls tonight. We had to play through every bump, every grab. I don't know. I don't know how we won tonight. Big shout out to my team. Big shout out to my coaches for sure.
You guys locked it down defensively in that second half. You only allowed about 14 points in the paint, taking pride in that defense on their home court.
Yeah, for sure. Man, Shea a tough test, man. He got game, a lot of game. He hard to stop. But yeah, like I said, Jaden and Rudy did a great job of handling the paint. I feel like Jaden did a great job on Chet tonight, so shout out to him.
And talk about that bench that came up big for you guys. And how about Jordan McLaughlin, the way that you...
Hey, man, he said he gonna take the fine, dog.
Hey,
He said he gonna take the fine, man.
I've been saying this since like what, the second week of the season, that the NBA has an officiating problem.
But me and Cece, we was talking about. She called me today. It was explaining the run sheet and stuff and everything that she added in. And she said she wanted to take out. So during our conversation, she turned around and she was like, "Man, Ant got fined." And then I thought, I'm like, what the hell is this country about, man? Don't we got, what's our First Amendment, man? Freedom of speech, right?
That's bullshit, and you know it.
But we should be able to, but they should be able to express themselves no matter what, man. Regardless.
Freedom of speech
Don't
only
exist.
applies when you're dealing with the government. That's the only place that should apply. Because say the wrong thing for me, I can dot your I and get away with it. So it don't exist unless you're dealing with the government.
So they can't say nothing about the officiating.
No, and no sport. MLB, they can't complain about the umpires.
You're being paid by this entity over there, and they have given you a set of rules to apply that you must apply by. Period.
Mark my words, and we'll be dead and gone. But it's some nerd, right? And shout out to everybody that's nerds. It's one nerd at MIT or Harvard Law School right now is trying to figure out a way to sue the NBA, to sue professional sports for their client or their future client, or if they get a client, they're in law school now. How can I sue the NBA, the NFL, MLB for this person speaking their mind? And this is a right. This is I'm just saying, we may not even be here.
You cannot get your rights confused with their rules. What's the rule? You have rules and
bylaws.
You work. You have an occupation, and they gave you a particular set of guidelines to go by. Yes. That you signed up on and said, yes, I will go by these guidelines. And one of them for a regular person like you or I, if the media shows up, you don't talk to them.
Yes.
Now sit here and tell me I'm lying.
You send them to the public relations department.
Hey, talk to them if you want to, and we'll see if you got a job tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called NDA.
But I'm just saying, man, you got a nerd right now that's trying to figure out a loophole, man. That's trying to make you got that one nerd that's trying to go. He's right now in law school, and he say he need to make a name for himself. And by him tackling one of these big major sports conglomerates, they may laugh. I'm telling you what I'm thinking, man. I can see this right now happening.
Here's the thing, and I've been saying this forever. None of this shit's gonna change until they change the rules where the officials have to have a post-game and a pre-game press conference.
Wow.
And it's never going to happen because the gig is up. If that happens, if it gets to the point where they mandate their officials to have post-games where they get drilled on questions, the gig is up.
It is, dog.
I mean, I feel you.
Hey, man. We're going to see how that end up turning out. Now, should the Sixers, Joel Embiid has a lateral meniscus injury in his left knee. Man, should they shut him down for the season, or at least to the postseason? But you gotta think like he's up for a super max deal, and he has to play 65% of the games. That's a BS rule, man. if
How
the
much?
man
How
is
many? How
actually
many
hurt.
games has he played so far?
I don't. CC told me earlier, man. I do not know. Let me see.
Okay. Better question. How many more games will he need to play to hit that number?
I think around 8 more, 8 to 10 more, if I'm not mistaken.
So, they have this rule where you can't sit him so many games. So if he only got to play 8 more games, it's February. You can spread that out and use him as needed. And, space out his minutes
Man, right. Like, how many minutes does he have to log?
in order to be considered he played in the game.
The
Right.
latter. But yeah, and it sucked because he got to be an all pro. He got to be on the first, second, or third team all pro or all NBA to get be eligible for the super max.
But he is. Even if he don't play any more games, he's got that. Would you say no?
No, based off the ruling, dog. He got to play at least 65% of the games.
I'm saying
He's not at that threshold.
You said he only got to play about 8 more games in order to hit that number.
Right, to hit that 65%.
Okay, so you play him in the first quarter after he's good and warm. You play him in the third when he's warm again. And then you just have to let those games go.
So fourth quarter, the game on the line, and he begging you to get in.
You gotta pick your spots.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna jack up his knee shooting threes, but if you put him down in the paint, that's where you're gonna get hurt.
That was just like what Jordan said. Jordan said he was on the pitch count when he came back from injury and stuff, and the ownership told Doug Collins, "Do not put Michael hit his minutes. Do not put him back in and everything." They end up winning by 1. But they say if you put him back in the game, you will be fired.
You're fired.
So Doug Collins, because they was a close game and they were on the verge of playoff.
They needed every win.
Every win. So granted, they got that win, made the playoffs, and they pulled off the reins when it came to the playoffs because they got the AC and they drew the big bad Boston Celtics, man, first round. So, and that was the Jordan game.
That was a 63-point game.
When he did the crossover on Larry Bird and Yakum. Got him.
Splash.
Got him. But yeah, man, that was it, man. Hey, Joel Embiid, we wish him nothing but the best, man. Reigning MVP. But if you guys noticed that, and Gang was talking about Kansas and stuff. If y'all know anything, Joel Embiid was having knee problems at Kansas, dog. He set up games at Kansas. So this is not an ongoing thing. This is an ongoing thing. Now, which makes me think, is this
chronic?
What, a chronic or generic knee condition or something?
Degenerative, I think is the word you're looking for.
Degenerative knee condition. Is this a degenerative knee condition?
He went to Sumner, y'all. He don't know how to talk.
You went to Normandy, motherfucker. So hey, I wouldn't brag. I wouldn't brag.
I can talk better than you.
Oh shit, we just throwing haymakers tonight, huh?
Hey man. I ain't gonna go there, man. Shout out to Normandy. Some of the best chicks I done ran into went to Normandy. Shout out
or
to
up
Normandy.
in. Pause.
All right, man.
That
Look,
too.
y'all gonna quit talking about our women over there at Normandy. I sick them on y'all. Y'all know we Vikings.
Hey man.
We are Vikings.
Hey, the lady
gang,
Vikings.
I was a Viking too, but I was in the suburban area, Parkway North.
Parkway North. Hey, one thing about the Normandy Lady Viking, man. Hey, they'll do her in the kitchen, they'll stab you, and they'll make love to you and cook you something to eat all at once, baby. Shout out to the Lady Vikings, man. Big shout out to them ladies, man. Hey, but Cam Newton, man. We're gonna segue on to NFL, man.
Killer Cam.
Cam Newton, made a comment about old Brock. Brock. I'm gonna share it with you guys.
Brock.
Here it is right here. This old Cameron Newton.
Purdy was trash. What I did say is Brock Purdy is a game manager. That's not hate. That's just what I feel to be facts. But I still reserve the right to say this. To be labeled a game changer, Brock Purdy has to be the best player on the offensive side of the ball. And that's not the case.
And who's the best player?
Christian McCaffrey. Man, look, I ain't recanting shit. And if you really want to just be honest, if you add in the defensive talent and you add in the offensive talent, Brock Purdy is the 10th best player on this team. Okay, cool. Did he have a great game? Yes. Is he been playing out of his mind? Yes. Is he a quarterback that's hot? Yes. But he's still the 10th best player on his team. I've never said that Brock Purdy was trash.
Hey, man.
Hey, wait. First of all, Cam, is he wearing a damn equestrian hat?
He is, man. Hey, do y'all agree with the statement Cam made though, man?
Yeah, I agree.
There's a lot of validity to that statement, man.
But we already discussed the other day
that
we discussed Tuesday that all quarterbacks are game managers. Then the next level after that is what?
Man, come on.
After the game manager comes the
running the offense.
Yeah,
game changers.
Then after that is where you have the division, where you have the elite, you have the good, and you have the average. And those are the people that can go off script, get out of game management mode, and go make a play. Everybody can't do that. That's why Mahomes is up here by himself on a tier. Then there's about 4 or 5 quarterbacks below him, and then everybody else.
Right. It's like get off script, but then get back on it.
And then get back on it.
The rest of them, when they get off it, they can't even get back on it.
Like Josh Allen.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all think Brock Purdy one of the best on his team, the best player on his team?
No, because whenever they preview games, most teams they usually highlight the quarterback or the best player on the team. And every game I see for the 49ers, it's Christian McCaffrey.
C-Mac hands down.
I rarely see, coach just showed up.
Or Debo. It's Debo or Sammy.
Right.
You say Debo?
Every time they
got
Sammy.
Christian McCaffrey.
So you say, wait, hey. So Cam said Brock Purdy is the 10th best player on this team. And I mean, you sit back and think that's better than Brock. You got C-Mac from the offensive side, C-Mac, Kittle, Debo, Ayuk. Hell, hey, that's 4 right there. You check. That's 4 right there. And then
you know what that's about, right?
You got Brandon, or you got Bosa. Who the other one they got from the Commanders?
You got a bad signal, coach. We can't hear you.
You got Bosa. You got Chase Young on the other side.
Man, that dude's a bum.
Who?
Chase Young is a bum.
He's better than Brock Purdy.
No, he's not. He's a bum.
Stop it, D. Stop it.
Have you seen him since he got to the 49ers? What has he actually done?
Stop it, D. You can't.
That was supposed to have been like the world-class wrecking crew once they got him, and they had what's my guy Hargrave up the middle, and then they got Gregory. Y'all supposed to have like the fearsome foursome. They didn't do jack.
You can't. I can't sit here and let you say Brock Purdy better than Chase Young. No,
you got to realize who they playing against too. It ain't like the team that they playing right now ain't in the playoffs and a step away from the Super Bowl, so it ain't gonna be easy.
Exactly.
You seeing the best of the best on the other side too, though, down in them trenches.
Mm-hmm. You seeing all pro left tackles and stuff. Yeah. All pro right tackles and stuff.
Yeah, so it ain't that easy where he just go. But you won't see that till next
season. So Brock Purdy turned into
you look at Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa had the 1 sack because
you mean Nick Bosa?
Nick Bosa had the 1 sack because the pulling tackle couldn't get that breach block, and he got around him and sacked Jared Goff. But prior to that, Penei Sewell was whooping his ass the whole game. Penei Sewell was whooping Bosa's ass that whole game, dog.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Until halftime, and they had to flip the script.
Yeah, the Lions offensive line is stacked against the run, and they was running it down their throat in that first half.
That's it. Until, like you say, D, to Guido and them called from when they was eating linguine and pasta and calamari.
And Bino.
Yes, they was drinking a red wine. Hey, we need to switch this up now.
Or else.
Or else. When they heard the or else, they got to call.
I mean, for real, like just go with me. This is where you have to use logic.
Hold on 1 second, D. Hey,
okay.
We got 2 people that dropped in the building. We got CC in the building. CC, introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl CC, the First Lady. My voice is almost gone, so bear with me tonight. I'm gonna try.
Bro, with you. Hey man, now we got Coach Corey that fell in the gig. Coach Corey in the building. Introduce yourself, Coach.
Hey, what's up, everybody, man? It's Coach Corey, man. Just finish up with the People's Champ nephew, man. Keeping me out all night.
Hey, was his daddy with him?
Yeah, his daddy was with him. Had the whole damn family.
Damn, People's Champ twin. Look at that nigga. Hey, he look just. Hey, your brother just like you.
Hey man, I gotta ask
your
you.
brother look just so much like.
Hey man,
Coach Corey fell off real quick. He something must have happened with his thing.
Must have had a bad signal and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Brock.
Hey,
let me ask you this. Will this impact Cam getting a job somewhere now? Making those comments?
No, because those comments were really based off because of a female on ESPN decided she wanted to open her mouth and said Cam had no legitimacy on what he was talking about. Man, regardless, she didn't have to.
About Kimberly Martin.
Leave my girl alone.
But at the end of the day, she ain't never lined up and played a day of football to even say what Cam ain't credited to speak about.
Yeah, we talk about a former league MVP now.
Yeah, he got that in his
he got the resume to speak about what he talking about.
Mm-hmm.
He don't.
Y'all don't agree with what he's saying.
But no, I tell you know what, I'm gonna have to push back on that a little bit. She might not have a resume, but just because you ain't lined up on nothing don't mean that you can't speak on it. Because I ain't never lined up on nothing, and I believe that what kind of like with the approach that Stephen A was saying, Cam is speaking from the aspect of as a black quarterback what he was asked to do, and the bottom line is a lot of people.
No, see, I don't get an opinion from nobody what nobody else talking about. That's not where Cam was coming from. Cam was coming from the fact that I'm a Pro Bowl quarterback. I am a Pro Bowl quarterback. And I can tell you what it takes to be a Pro Bowl quarterback. Period.
But you want to know the problem I have with Cam right now? Cam is being a whole lot of hateration going on. Because
this is what guys get together and talk about.
The thing is, y'all want a feel-good story and y'all want a mediocre quarterback to be classified.
It ain't about a feel-good story, a mediocre quarterback. The narrative is getting like I've never been a 49ers fan, but this the way that they're going at Brock Purdy and everything is gonna make me go buy a Brock Purdy jersey. Because
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
He never said he was trash.
Brock Purdy is not
he never said he was trash.
But here's the thing about it.
He's a system quarterback. He's winning because of his system.
listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Man, it ain't no listen because guess what? You cannot put the game on Brock Purdy's shoulders and tell him go win it.
But here's the problem.
And you could do that with Cam Newton. And that's that on that.
I'm not saying
you could do that with Cam Newton. Cam Newton has a resume that say you can't. That's not the problem. That's the truth.
I'm not saying that that's not the truth, but the problem with all of it is that 18 months ago, Brock Purdy was drafted as a fourth-string quarterback. He was never supposed to be the guy that Cam Newton was supposed to be. He just happened to be the last man standing and was able to run the system. Everybody keep throwing this stuff at him.
And that's what Cam Newton is saying.
But the problem is
he's a system quarterback. He's not the guy that y'all want us to believe that you're putting up an argument over.
But everybody
you putting up an argument over a mediocre.
So you telling me?
No, what I'm telling you is that.
So first lady, you said if Brock Purdy go to the Commanders, he gonna change it around.
Hell no, then
you gonna make them a better offense.
Nobody said what I'm saying is that right now Brock Purdy is completely overachieving. This was never supposed to be his
overachieving. No,
yes,
that's not overachieving. That's the system that he's playing in.
So what you saying, game, is Brock Purdy?
He's surrounded by overachievers.
So let me ask you guys this. Let me ask you this. So if what's his name? Trey Lance would have still been a quarterback in that system. Would the San Francisco
we would be saying the same thing. We would be saying the same thing right now. Yes, we would.
But Trey Lance was drafted to be the guy. That's different. He was drafted to be the guy. Brock Purdy wasn't.
No kidding. No kidding. Now look at it like this. When you want to talk about a business, since I drafted Trey Lance #1, I know I got to pay him #1 money. I'm never going to have to pay Brock Purdy #1 money.
Unless he win a Super Bowl.
It don't matter. I can let him walk if I keep all the other pieces in play. It's the pieces I already got.
Could you say it's the system? You can put another quarterback in that system.
Exactly.
Right, because Garoppolo got the 2 NFC championship games in the same system.
The quarterback to have a big game to get it done.
Hey, you got to sit back. Dino, you made a good point, man. Look at Jimmy Garoppolo, dog. Hey, he was in that same system and he benefited. Even took him to a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
It's the same system.
The same system.
And would you say Jimmy G is better than Brock Purdy?
Well, you got to put the game on his shoulder. What he's doing now?
But guess what? At the end of the day, all this noise that Cam Newton is talking. If Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl, he got a job done that Cam didn't. He got a job that Cam couldn't. If Brock Purdy performs,
and Cam will say that too.
Do you really want to compare resumes on that? Do you really want to compare resume? I don't think you want to compare that resume. You don't want to compare that resume.
So
you don't want to do that.
Let me
at the
ask you
end
this.
of the day, Cam Newton have on the gold jacket. I bet you Cam Newton have on the gold jacket and Brock Purdy won't even win.
I never said he would. Let me ask you this. I said if Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl and he performs well enough to win the Super Bowl, he performs well to win the Super Bowl. Not only
he got a ring and Cam didn't. Right.
And Cam choked on the biggest stage. I don't give a rat's behind what Cam.
Cam got a ring. Cam won the national title. Brock Purdy didn't. Cam was the #1 draft pick.
Whoa.
Cam was the first 1,000-yard rush, 1,000-yard pass as a quarterback. Brock Purdy wasn't. So what are we talking?
So if Cam Newton was in that 49er system, will Cam Newton be doing the same thing Brock doing? Yes or no? We got yes.
I can't say yes to that because you know why?
All I can say is
a quarterback like Cam don't benefit from playing within a system with all those players.
With all those weapons.
They ain't gonna be able to afford.
Please tell me
Cam with all those players.
Hey man,
but guess what? At the end of the day, what is Cam's all of his accolades or whatever he did? Right now, Cam is sitting on the sideline talking about Brock Purdy because he couldn't get the damn job done. That's what's happening. He's on the biggest stage. And
That
that's
is.
not
Right now, San
no.
Francisco playing with house money.
Let me put a boat.
Because I don't get the fact. I don't get the fact. What I don't get is what is so upsetting about a former MVP speaking about the quarterback play that we all know is
the same position.
Well, guess
He
what?
played.
Tom Brady talks shit about the quarterback play too, but he doesn't get the same flack as Cam got because Cam has always gotten flack.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Welcome to being a black man.
Brady can talk as much crap as he wants to.
But to answer CC's question, why are we so divided on Brock Purdy? Because Brock Purdy got Tom Brady labeled undeservingly and way too early.
I'm
not even saying that. It's not. I'm not even.
He played like 5 games, and then it was like, "Oh, it's the next Brady." He ain't won. He hasn't won anything yet.
No,
we're mad at the media for doing this because Brock Purdy ain't going out there saying he that.
It's the media.
Brock Purdy ain't showing up to work.
It's the media, man. Hey,
it's the media, right? And it's the people that
ain't saying
it's the people that are
Brock
never
Purdy
put
ain't
their
saying
helmet
that
on.
he ain't getting interviewed.
Hey man, great conversation.
They interviewing
to
Brock Purdy. They interviewing McCaffrey.
All right, we gotta put a pin in it, y'all. We gotta move on.
Put a pin in. We can continue
Good
this
conversation
on Tuesday. Hey, Dak has the Cowboys in the chokehold. Let me share with you guys the video real quick, and we're gonna stop it up real quick.
Yeah, Dak got the Cowboys in the whole chokehold.
A few hours ago on the radio, refused to commit to signing Dak Prescott to an extension because the team is taking a holistic approach to the offseason, but offered this confusing ditty. I love the word ditty, sorry. Quote, Dak has done nothing to change my mind about any promise for the future. I think I've said that we will go as far as Dak takes us in the playoffs. Remember that. We will go as far as Dak takes us, and that's how far we went. That doesn't change a thing. We'll go as far as Dak takes us. So, Graz, what's going on with that contract with Dak?
Well, the key thing here is Dak Prescott's cap number for this coming season is $59.5 million. So you would think the Cowboys would want to reduce that. And one of the best ways to reduce that is with a contract extension. However, that gets tricky because Dak Prescott, he gave them a hard time the last time they tried to do a contract extension with him. Took longer than expected. He has a ton of leverage. He has a no-trade clause in his contract. He has a clause in his contract that prohibits them from using the franchise or transition tag on him and would allow him to hit the market as a free agent. So either they have to extend him or they have to add another couple of void years at the end of the deal, or they need to carry a $59.5 million cap hit for their quarterback this year, which doesn't sound like the kind of recipe you need in order to pay the rest of your roster.
That's it, man.
Well,
That got the Cowboys in chokehold. I just want to shake the hand of his agent who did that deal because that man literally has them in a straight up chokehold.
Oh, they fucked.
Oh, hey, no trade clause. They can't use the franchise tender on them.
And then he basically got a no trade. Like he has to approve the trade, so you just can't trade him anywhere.
Hey,
he got all the keys. So as much crap as we talk about Dak, he got him a damn good agent. They got him that was like a Jordan deal.
Man, you only get the keys because Jerry gave him the keys. You do know that. And whatever key he gave is already been a workaround.
What's the workaround?
Already a workaround.
What's the workaround? Because I haven't heard one yet.
First of all, Dak ain't going nowhere. You can get that out of your mind.
Obviously, yeah, damn it, we see that.
See, you coming from the fandom portion. I'm coming from the business aspect. No team gives up their starting quarterback. They just let it walk away. Not one.
Seattle did.
Playoffs. Nobody does that.
Seattle did.
Who? Russell?
Yeah.
He was no longer under contract. It's a difference.
No, they traded for him.
No, they traded him.
They traded him. He was under contract.
And for a king's ransom.
After getting how many years of service from him?
He's there for about 8 seasons.
There are variables, but you're speaking about one out of how many that have done that? A quarterback ain't just something that you can just easily go replace. So whenever you heard
it's not something you can go easily replace. The thing about it is with Dak got $60 million sitting on the thing. First of all, he has to sign an extension. They can offer him one, he got to sign it. So that means they got to come with a number that makes him happy, because he can still get $60 million right now. They can't franchise him, and he can go somewhere else next year.
Mm-hmm. That part.
So they gotta come with a number that makes him a guaranteed number that makes him okay with taking less than $60 million this year.
No, you do not.
The number.
No, you do not. You can actually let that play out. Because never forget, you got Trey Lance sitting in the background that you can pay less money to.
I'm just saying, but that means that if you let that play out, then you got a $60 million hit against your cap, and you got holes to plug on your team. So how do you plug the holes when you're gonna be over the cap? How do you plug the holes? How do you pay the people? How do you pay the people that you need to pay?
How?
They owe money.
The holes are plugged by one. You plug the holes through your draft. One. Now we're not talking about now. What I'm not talking about is building a Super Bowl contender. I'm just simply talking about plugging the holes. You plug the holes, your open holes that you have, you plug them in the draft, right? Now, you also have players that you may now have to say goodbye to.
Almost definitely, you're gonna have to.
Like a DeMarcus Lawrence. You may have to wave goodbye to that. You will be waving goodbye to what's his name, the receiver, Brandon Cooks. That's probably half of that money right there. So it's going to be other players who contracts are going to get hit, because keep in mind, you still have to think about paying Michael Parsons coming up. You got the receiver. I can't say his name right off the top of my head. His contract's coming up. He's going to demand
Michael Gallup.
Not Michael Gallup.
CeeDee
Lamb. He coming up.
Yeah.
So you may have to wipe your receiving room out, like Michael Gallup and Brandon Cooks. You might have to say goodbye to them. And you might have to go cheap in that room with a Tony Tolbert. And your young receivers going to have to step up.
But gang, you're really just saying exactly what we're saying. If Zach got them in a chokehold, because if they keep him, they're gonna lose a lot of pieces. They got him a 12-win season. If they keep him and not extend him, if they don't find a way to extend him so that they can build around, add pieces to it, they're gonna lose a lot and take some steps backwards in the standings and everything else. They can't. There is no scenario right now that is going to be where the Cowboys themselves get everything that they want and maybe only lose a little bit.
That was never the plan. I understand fully what you're saying. That was never the plan. The plan was to have players that could play outside of what they really do. Like, say, for instance, I'll give you the exact format that's actually playing and in the Super Bowl to look at. The Kansas City Chiefs. Remember the weapons they had until Mahomes signed that big deal.
Yep.
Look at the weapons they got now.
Yeah, the only problem is that as bad as the Chiefs were, they were still able to maneuver their weapons into another Super Bowl win and another Super Bowl appearance.
Exactly. You're right. And I said that was the formula in which the Cowboys predicted it to go. But you also have players that are playing outside of, you got a Pacheco doing what? You got a Rice doing what? Players you don't know stepping up. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only way you can afford to pay a quarterback that amount of money is you must lose everything else.
Well, not just lose everything.
It'll have to look like what
you gotta lose some of the high end stuff and have GMs and coaches that know how to pick actual talent, that know how to pick diamonds in the rough. That can like
I can't say that because look at how many balls the Kansas City Chiefs receivers drop, and they're still in the Super Bowl.
But that's not that when you mentioned Rice was one of the guys that was dropping a lot of balls.
I didn't say that. I said take a look at how.
But also, no silly. But also, looking like the Rams, even though everybody wouldn't have picked Puka, but they made sure they did. They did their research. Like that's what I'm talking about. When you got.
So now what you're saying is the Cowboys don't know how to pick talent?
No, what I'm saying. What I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in order to do what you got to do, they're gonna have to dig deep because they get ready to lose people who have helped them get to these 12 wins and everything else, and be contending for the NFC East. So they're gonna have to dig deep to replace some of this stuff. But in the process, you already got a defense that's built on speed that is not good against the run, and that's the hole that you really need to plug. So or else you're gonna be right back to getting it ran down your throat by everybody because they've seen the formula. So you're gonna have to figure that out. And doing all that at one time ain't gonna be easy. You're gonna take a hit in the standings and everywhere else if you don't figure out a way to get Dak to sign an extension. That is their best bet, to get Dak to sign an extension. So they're gonna have to come with a number that where he gets that some of that $60 million that he's getting ready to kind of extend out on the back end. They're gonna have to figure that out.
Not disputing that. That's the ideal way in which you want it to work out.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But if it doesn't, then all I'm saying is you're looking at the formula is what the Chiefs have going on.
You and know what I'm not Dallas can't use that formula?
Because they ain't got Mahomes.
Dallas can't use that.
You're going too deep. I'm not going that deep. I'm just simply pointing at what it looks like. When you have a quarterback, and this isn't just about Dallas. You're gonna see Baltimore go down that way too when them contracts come up because the amount of money they pay Lamar Jackson. Not a bad thing, a real thing.
Go down that road.
But what I'm saying is gonna come for y'all too. That's business.
Dallas can't go down that road.
What?
Because you don't have people in Kansas City talking bad about their quarterback.
I ain't even tell you. You making a joke. I'm thinking about.
No, I'm being dead.
No, he's being serious.
I'm being dead.
What's serious about what you're making a joke about that? You know what I mean? When it's all said,
it's called chaos. They Kansas City don't have chaos.
Okay, but you still gonna have to work them. Okay, they may not have chaos. We're not talking about none of that. We're talking about the numbers and getting the numbers in under the budget, right? Or are we talking about something else?
Why are they able to get those numbers under the budget? Because people aren't.
Look at the players. I just pointed to look at their players and the players they have.
But their players are not.
They have 3 players that make money on that Kansas City roster. Kelsey, my man on the defensive line, who held out to get his money, and Mahomes. Everybody else is role players.
Mahomes and my auto.
Yeah, everybody else is role players.
But you know what? I got to jump in here, man. But Shannon Sharp said it best, man. He said the NFL owners will make the fans think that these players are the most selfish people in the world because they don't want to give billionaires a discount. A discount. I mean, why should Dak have to give? No, get your money, man. Because, hey, one thing about it, that billionaire, hey, he gonna get his money by any means necessary.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm saying.
Business of one.
I want Dak to get his break, man, for real.
And
And
right now, and right now, with everything that everybody done said about Dak, people's mamas coming at him, everybody, and according to what Stephen A. was saying, that they were saying that fight about him, he needs to get his money. Go ahead and get his money, because apparently they don't give a damn about you anyway.
Man, get his money, man.
Warren, you a black man in Dallas, so it was never supposed to work anyway.
Exactly.
And it's that. So regardless of how we shape it, form it, put it, we all know what it really is.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you said it, man. Hey, but it's just amazing.
It's an uphill battle, even saying that the Cowboys will win the Super Bowl with a black quarterback to keep that 1,000.
Yeah, because we know in down in the heart of hearts what quarterback Jerry really won't. But hey, he about to shorten curlies, man. He ain't got no other choice.
Man, it's bigger than that. It's man, ain't no way they want a white blackface winning the Super Bowl in Dallas.
What you say, BP?
They got him by the short and curlies, man. He got him by the short and curlies, man. he do, man. Hey, Dak control the narrative, man. Dak control the narrative. He can say, you got, hey, I'm gonna sit out till you find a suitable trade partner. I'm gonna sit out.
And you can't friend, and you can't tag him.
You can't tag me.
Right.
So you gotta break bread.
So out of those three keys, which one's the most important?
Out of three keys.
The bigger question would be who would be a trade partner?
Minnesota.
I mean, not a lot of things. That's not a bad quarterback. He just needs to be in the right system.
They'll take Cousins. Dallas wouldn't take Cousins,
and that would be that other face you talk about, game that they get back down there in the front. They would take Cousins. I think they would do a swap. You're right. That's a good choice, man.
I would think they would too.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I would say
because ain't no way your system crash. Ain't no way if it ain't nothing else playing. Ain't no way your system crash when you get into the playoffs and your quarterback that goddamn hot. But you get in the man shit.
I would say
they tell you to throw a ball a direction and it's a man standing there and it wasn't supposed to be like, damn, they fucking me off right now. Yep.
Hey, dog.
Or you can answer the second hour poll question. Are NFL and NBA games scripted?
Definitely.
No.
We got 5 votes in so far. We got about 12 minutes left in the show. Get your vote in before we close out.
That's it, man. Hey, while we going, let's go to the coaching carousel. Seattle Seahawks hired defensive coordinator Mike Macdonald as their new head coach. The Baltimore Ravens, we promote linebacker Zachary Orr as our defensive coordinator, and the Commanders, they went in Dallas's backyard in the division and hired Dan Quinn as their new head coach, man. Out of these, I guess the thing that really stuck out to me the most was Mike Macdonald, man, as the head coach.
I didn't see that one. I thought the Lions offensive coordinator would have took that job.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. I mean, the Seattle Seahawks got a shit ton of picks. That'd have been a nice start for him. He get a lot of picks in the draft, overhaul the offense. The defense was coming along. The Dan Quinn hiring is kind of like sticking it to Dallas. Like, you're going to have to play these jackasses twice a year now.
Hey, man. But
so he knows their defensive tendencies if they come back and try to run the same defense. So that's that. So those games aren't going to be blowouts.
With them not giving Aaron Glenn a head coaching opportunity.
Who you mean? Who you talking about, D-Nose?
Dan Quinn, y'all DC went to the Commanders.
Oh, the Commanders is who I'll pick to win the East next year.
Dang.
With what quarterback?
Watch. Now you got who I pick who gonna win the East. They gonna win that motherfucker next year. Why?
Say it one more time, Game.
The Commanders will win the NFC East next year.
Hey man, hey. That I ain't gonna question that, man, because hey, one thing about it, every year the NFC East have had a different division.
That's
winner.
true. That's true.
It's their turn.
No love for the G-men.
Going around in the circle yet? It's their turn.
No love for the G-men, huh?
All right.
Now G-Man will probably get it next year.
Giants anybody.
G-Man will probably get it next year.
It would be too telegraphed to give it to the Giants. They don't have enough pieces.
Yeah,
you can give it to Washington right now, and Dallas and Philly they can make all that look good to where Dallas and Philly get a wild card if needed, or one of them. They can make all that shit look good.
You know what that sound like, Game?
What? Game.
Fucking script.
That sound like Game, no?
The script.
Look, I ain't want to take nobody money, so that's the only reason I ain't holler you on the bet.
So,
because I could have ate again, I could have started eating right now.
Setting up the trap, huh?
Hey, I'm telling you, that brings me to my conspiracy theory since Aaron Glenn or my boy out in San Francisco, Steve Wilkes. They didn't get a head coaching opportunity. One of those, I said Steve Wilkes is going to Colorado to be their D coordinator. It's either him or Aaron Glenn, man. I think
you want to know what? Maybe
is going to be that defensive coordinator, man.
Maybe they taking a script out of Steve Spagnuolo's book. Why not wait? Because part of 49ers coordinators and the Lions coordinators are on teams that were on the verge. Well, one's in the Super Bowl, one was on the verge. Why not try to get that job after you won it? Why not have that on your resume? Like, why, that maybe that's a little bit better, try to go for a head coaching job after you won a Super Bowl or in the Lions chase have got there.
Or the best bet, go back to college, win a national championship with
Colorado's not winning the national championship, BP.
I'm just saying, brother, you go back to Colorado, win a national championship with a big name coach, or you even if they make the playoffs with a big name coach with Deion Sanders, then you go back, maybe get you a head coaching job for a Division I school, because Aaron Glenn is still young. He ain't number 52 years old. Get you a head coach in college football job for a couple years.
But BP, their defense was not good.
Right.
Their secondary got torched.
Aaron Glenn does not need to go try to get a head coaching job after his side of the ball gave up a 27-7 lead.
They got blamed.
That's why you go back to college. That's why you go back to college
you stay in the
NFL
and build a defense that gets you.
Mark my words, one of them guys gonna be the defensive coordinator for the Buffs, man.
This sounds a lot like. Y'all remember like about a year or two ago when every quarterback was going to the Saints?
Hey, I said what I said. You can't stop me from saying what I said.
Every quarterback was going to the Saints.
Colorado. Hey,
is going to Colorado.
If you ever heard, you don't follow well off, so you wouldn't know. So if you follow well off and you hear what Prime said, the coach he's bringing in here, it has an NFL pedigree. He's in the NFL now. So I mean, it is what it is, man. Whoever he brings in there, he's gonna have to bring him in. That's gonna have to be a big name. That's gonna have to be able to work with Sapp. And a lot of people speculate my boy, me and West 10 boy, Mr. All World, Ed Reed may be the D coordinator. We don't know who it is, man. But
I think it's Ed Reed.
It's gonna be exciting.
Because Ed Reed already tried. Where was he at? And he walked out
at HBCU.
It's gonna be Ed Reed. It won't be Wilkes or Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, it won't be.
We shall see, man. Hey, he even had Ray. I would love if Ray went down there to Colorado.
That wouldn't end well because if them boys wouldn't be running them plays right.
Right.
No,
Right.
but we talk about motivation though, man. Hey,
That's the wrong kind of motivation.
but you got Ray, the defensive coordinator. You got Warren Sapp. That's the D-line
I don't
coach.
think Ray can.
No, man. That's why MJ. Why you think Michael Jordan never coached?
Not gonna work.
He's like, that's not gonna end well for them
Then
players.
you got Ed Reed as your safety coach. Hey man, you winning, man.
Everybody ain't meant to deal with kids.
Exactly. That part.
Everybody ain't meant to deal with kids. Dion is going. I don't think Dion ever gonna coach in the NFL because Dion work better with kids. He like working with kids. He don't want to work with grown men. Some people don't need to work with kids. Some people ain't got to.
But the people I named works well with kids. Ed Reed, Baby Ray, and Warren Sapp.
Ed Reed. I don't know about Ray.
I don't know about Warren Sapp either.
Hey, Ray works amazing with kids.
No, Warren Sapp worked well with young men because of how he talked. He's relatable. You know what I mean?
He put his snuff in.
Yeah.
They can relate to him, man.
Yeah. He speaks the lingo that the youth understand.
Hey, CC. You remember that little wager I had with the Fat Vegan about Doc Rivers having a worse record than what he inherited?
Yep.
Has Doc Rivers won a game yet?
0-2.
Nope.
It's still early though, D.
He lost to Portland, man. He lost to Portland.
It's still early, dog. God, dog.
He lost to Portland.
He lost to Portland.
That's the one game you supposed to win for Dame.
Well, I mean, he lost to Portland. Like Brooke Lopez missed, like, you know that play where you give it up.
Are they an NBA team or not? It's just like the NFL. These are professional teams. They can beat anybody on any given day.
Wait a minute.
What the hell, man?
The Phoenix Suns understood the assignment last night. They went, KD was going back to Brooklyn. And they beat Brooklyn. They understood the assignment when they went to Golden State. This was KD's first time playing in front of the fans at Golden State. They beat the Warriors. They had one job. Anthony Simon went off, and that's not supposed to happen. Dame was supposed to be able to have a Dame time moment in Portland.
The shit don't play out like Dino say. The damn script don't always play out like it's supposed to.
Right.
Shit.
Man, sit your ass down.
Thank you. Sit your ass down.
Right.
That was directed at you.
That was for your ass.
That was at you.
That was for your ass. For Dino's ass for pushing that goddamn button. Hey, man.
That was crazy.
Hey, man, another amazing episode of No Balls, No Glory, man. We thank everybody for tuning in.
What?
Big
Let me close the poll real quick. Hold on.
Close the poll so we can go slide up out of here.
Polls is closed and the results are in the chat. And there you have it. Our NFL and NBA game scripted. We had 6 votes, 66%. Yes.
Yes.
Oh man.
Your witness.
It is. Hey.
Yeah, they scripted
it.
Bro.
He say it's scripted.
Literally, this week, 2024 is going to uncover a lot of shit. And I ain't just talking about sports. I'm talking about we got this damn election coming that's all the way up in the air. Still got the Palestine, Israel thing going on. Bro, this reset's coming. That's all I'm saying.
You know that these things are scripted. All you gotta do is look at the schedule. Look at the schedule. Look at some of the games that some teams get and other ones don't. Like again, like the schedules for NFL and NBA be rigged so that certain teams can go off and be relevant, and then all of a sudden crash. They scripted even by the schedule. So some of it don't even make no sense.
There you have it. Hey, man, check us out on Tuesday, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, when we discuss rivalry weekend and also Super Bowl previews coming up next week, man. We out of here. Peace.